How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about California's plan to give 90,000 illegal immigrants free health care as part of their Medicaid program known in California as Medi-Cal. Now, this is a ridiculous notion. It's totally preposterous, but I'm going to get into it and then you'll understand what's going on here and what the greater plan for this could be. Now, let's back up a little bit and explain. This plan is going to cover illegal immigrants between the ages of 19 and 25. Now, when I first saw the story, I'm like, okay, why that age group? What's the particular? I mean, are you talking about some of the young men that are going to be here doing the farm work, the agricultural stuff, the hard labor that quote unquote Americans don't want to do, which is false, but I digress. Maybe it's that particular age group, and that's it. Now, part of that could be correct. This could be directed towards them. But I think the greater issue here, the elephant in the room, are all the pregnant women that come across the border or that come on a plane and overstay their visas to have a baby here, to have anchor babies. All right. Because let's be clear, when you're looking at the world, even the country, what is the general age where a woman is pregnant? Right after high school, college, right after college, that's like probably the bulk of pregnancies are right in that age. So I think this plan here, which is going to be law very soon, and it'll come into effect in January 2020. I think this is really aimed at that particular group of people. Now, they said they're going to have 90,000 people on it, and it's going to cost $93 million. I'm not a mathematician, but if you're going to have a bunch of pregnant women coming over here, dropping anchor babies, or even people that just want regular quote unquote healthcare from the Medicaid program, $93 million for 90,000 people, that's not really enough. That's like $1,000 per person per year. How you gonna have a baby based upon that small amount of money, let alone an entire year's worth of medical coverage? It doesn't make any sense. So that price is going to most definitely skyrocket. This is part of a $218 billion budget for the entire state. They're going to need more money, which is always the case. California is a mess. A lot of beautiful people, a lot of beautiful places to see, but the state itself is run like a total farce. It's absurd. Gavin Newsom has signed off on this. The Democrats and the state legislature have signed off on this, so it's pretty much a done deal. But it's crazy how you have all these homeless veterans on the street. The VA healthcare system is not doing very well, and it's like a fight to prevent them from going to a private hospital when the VA healthcare system is not doing well. I'm not going to say the VA healthcare system is always bad in every state, because that's not the case. People have called me and have sent me emails and letters saying that sometimes VA healthcare is good, but sometimes it's bad. And when it's bad, it's really bad. So why is it that if you're here illegally, you're able to get these benefits from the state monies? Furthermore, you're not paying any taxes. If you're here illegally, how are you paying any kind of income tax? The most you're going to pay is sales tax by buying some stuff at a store. But that's not the same thing as writing the IRS a check. You know, and if you are writing the IRS a check, how is that going on when you're not here legally? It's one thing to be here as a non-citizen. That's different than being here illegally. When you hear this be discussed over the liberal media in the next few days, if they cover it, they may use certain little buzzwords like non-citizen or undocumented. You know, those are two different things. You can be a non-citizen and be documented. You can have a green card. You could be on a visa. You can be here legally while not being a citizen. But if you're here illegally with no kind of documentation, that's a whole different ball of wax. And I think even if you're not a full citizen, you should not be privy to the same kind of healthcare that a regular citizen would be. That's just my opinion. Become a full citizen, and then you're able to get the full benefits and rights that American citizens have. Being an American is a really privileged thing. Okay. It should be taken seriously and not just, you know, crapped all over by California state government. Now, another thing here, another wrinkle in this particular issue is the fact that California wants to incentivize illegals to come across. They want to overwhelm the border security. So when you're seeing border security, DHS, etc., struggle at the border, people may say, oh, Trump's not being effective. You know, he doesn't have enough money and the wall ain't going to help. Well, what you're really seeing is these states incentivize people to come over. Why not come here? I mean, you can get whatever you want. You can get possibly free housing, free healthcare, free food, free everything. I've seen interviews on the border when they're talking to the illegals, and one lady said in Spanish, if there's no benefits, we're not going to come. People act like if you come from Honduras, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Guatemala, Mexico, etc., that you're just poor and destitute. That's not always the case. They got TV down there. They got phones down there. They understand what's going on. They know that when they come across that border, they're able to get more benefits than they were getting in their country of origin. Just because we have more benefits here does not mean their country of origin was just so terrible they couldn't live. If it was that terrible, then why are they producing so many children? Why are you bringing kids over here? Why would you bring a child into a world that's just the worst? How can you even be in that mind state to produce children if where you are is just the worst place on earth? It doesn't make any sense because it's a lie. It's a total lie. They're coming over here to take advantage of all the resources, all the benefits. And as long as these states, your Gavin Newsoms of the world and other people, as long as they keep incentivizing them to come, then what, they're going to try to dig tunnels and hop over the wall and fly on a plane and be here illegally. Eliminate the incentives, you drastically reduce the amount of illegal immigration. Build the wall up, you also reduce it. This is a multi-pronged approach. California is trying to put a monkey wrench into the whole situation by incentivizing more people to come over here through these little benefits and goodies. As I close, I want to say this little program they have proposed is not going to work. The budget is going to be blown up. $93 million for 90,000 people. That's not going to be enough money. You're going to have an influx of pregnant women delivering their anchor babies for free all over California hospitals. And then what happens to the regular people that don't have the benefit of being illegal? What happens to them? Are you just going to give this to anybody and everybody? Medicaid is for low-income individuals. Medicare is for elderly, for the most part, 65 and older, and disabled individuals. What about your average everyday person? Well, you know what? Let me pause right there. I saw a thing that says even if a family of four makes 6 times the federal poverty level, you're talking about 150 grand, they still may be able to get some assistance on their medical bills, like $100 a month. I don't understand that. That's like the equivalent to what the illegals would get. How are you going to come up with that kind of money? And is that particular group that I mentioned that make 6 times the federal poverty level, is that only the illegal immigrants? What about regular everyday people? California has money issues because of things like this that don't make a lick of sense. But I'll leave that right there for now. What say you? Do you think it's a good thing to give illegal aliens free healthcare through the Medicaid system in California? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or is it not a good thing? If you are here illegally, you should not be getting any kind of benefits. You shouldn't be able to vote. You shouldn't be able to drive. You shouldn't be able to get free healthcare or anything like that. You should be deported back to your country of origin. Regular citizens need more help than illegals. Even if illegals need more help, it doesn't matter because America comes first. You're here in our country. If you want to have access to our benefits and access to our country, then become a citizen like many other immigrants have. Don't skip the line. Don't jump the line and get in front, do whatever you want. That's not how things work in a civilized society. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.